Welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch, and here on YouTube we call it Flosstube. And it's been 2 weeks since my last video. Today is Saturday, August the 20th. It is 4:15 in the afternoon. Beautiful day outside. Did some yard work. We're supposed to be doing some work over at my son's house, but he's not answering the phone, so I guess that'll be later. I hope the lighting is okay. Yeah, I haven't been using the ring light lately because this room is pretty well lit. So anyways, it's been 2 weeks since my last video. I don't feel like I have a whole lot to show. I do have a little bit of haul. Better write that down. And that I usually show at the end. So, welcome if you're new. Thank you for coming back. If you're a subscriber, I hope you like what you see and come back again and again and again and hit that subscribe button and the little bell so that you'll be notified whenever more content goes up. I do try to film regularly, but it is on the, lately it's been on the 2-week check-in side, but a weekly update would be nice, but doesn't always happen. Good intentions. Yeah. So, what have I been working on? I have a new start. I have a work in progress that has a lot of stitching done on it, and I have a almost finished object. So I'm just gonna go in order of my list, and we'll go from there. And I need to get my tablet so that I can show you some of these new starts that I have. So the first one that I'm going to show you is Inner Depths. This is artwork by Chris Ortega and charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. That's okay. I will just leave it the way it is. Okay. So, this is not my most recent new start, but a recent new start. I don't think I wrote down my start date. No. But this is Inner Depths by Chris Ortega, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And this is where it was when you last saw it. And here it is now. This is currently at 4,308 stitches. This was my new start for my birthday and because I finished Beloved, but also on WhipGo, new start was called for on my board, and so it all worked out good. But because I had tagged this for WhipGo, I still need to put in another 7 hours to meet my goal. So you'll see this again soon, and yeah. Right now, I did fill in a lot over here, but I think I'm going to continue working 10 rows across, filling in as I go in the typewriter method. That is my preferred style. I do tend to wander, but that's the whole purpose of the typewriter method. You just start at the top leftmost empty stitch, and that's the color you're going to stitch in whatever direction it takes you. So next time I should be getting over here. So that's Inner Depths by Chris Ortega. There is more artwork by Chris Ortega that I want to do, but you know, only so much time. So my next whip, work in progress, that I had to work on because of WhipGo. And for those of you who don't know what WhipGo is, it's a Facebook group started by Jessie Marie Does Stuff, that you make a bingo board and you put your projects on the bingo board, and she calls 2 numbers a month, and you work on those 2 projects for whatever the goal is that you have set for yourself. Me, I put 22 hours because I'm crazy. This is my first year. Stuff. I like a challenge. I've fallen behind, yes, but I'm okay with that. So the next one that I'm going to show you, I just need to take the pattern off. And show you the pattern, the design. This is Beautitudes by My Big Toe. Sorry for the glare. And this is charted to be stitched on 32 count, I think. No, 34 count with silk. No, I'm not doing that. I am stitching it on 22 count Hardanger with overdyed threads by Threadworks and Gentle Arts. Cranberry by Gentle Arts and Threadworks number 1024. And here's where we are. So for this one, I did a center start and did the first 2 pages that way, and now I'm working my way up. I hope to get these 2 pages finished by the end of the year, and then I'll go to the bottom part of the pattern and see where it takes me, how far I can get from there. So here's where it's at now. And I can almost, I can roll this to get more space. I've been working in this corner mostly, filling this in. I have one more letter to go here, and then the border. I've been working some of this and then border, some of this and then border. Yeah. So that's where that one's at. And if I didn't mention it, Inner Depths is stitched 2/1 half cross on 25 count antique white Lugana. My next whip that I worked on Monday. This is my Manic Monday stitching. I've chosen to work on my Maynia, previous Maynia starts on Mondays so that I can get them done. This is Dancer by Nora Corbett. I believe this was started in 2017 for Maynia. Put a piece of paper behind it here. And this is being stitched on 32 count Nocturne Belfast linen by Picture This Plus. I have 2 or 3 of these reindeer finished, and the rest are in progress. So the last 2 Mondays that I picked it up, I just worked on the black back stitching, and there's a little bit of back stitching to go here, and then it's all beads. So this one might get put away and another one pulled out to take its place. I don't know if I have all the beads and charms and everything for this one. If I do, I should start doing that too. Beading, I don't like, beading on these, I don't like to do in the evening because that fabric is really tight, and beading is not always pleasant. It's not always fun to do. So that's what's hampering a few of those right now. I know one of them definitely is at this point of beading and not going well. But I do have 2 complete. So my last project to share is a new start. Started this on August 12th for World Cross Stitch Day. I started this with Carolyn from Seazook Stitch and Kim from Stitch and Stuff, and we are hosting a Facebook group called A Stitching Shelf Sal. So if you're working on a stitching shelf by Aimee Stewart, or any of the quick stitches for a stitching shelf by Aimee Stewart, or you're thinking about it, come and join the Facebook group and see our progress. And I've not put in as much progress as I did on Inner Depths, but I do have quite a bit to share. This is New Start Stitching Shelf. Now, there is one problem. It's not a problem, but it's a mistake that I made when we started it. We were zooming, and I'm using Pattern Keeper, and I'm starting in the center top, and I'm going to work my way. I'm hoping to work my way down through the 4 different shelves, and then I can pick a season and work on that seasonally, hopefully. We'll see. So the mistake that I made is not a huge mistake, but I didn't start in the center. I have my center line gridded, and my outer border is gridded. And I did about 120 stitches before I realized that I was starting at the page break and not the center line. So I had started here, and I had moved on Pattern Keeper over this way and noticed that's where the center line is. So technically this is a page break, and my side borders are going to be off by about 20 stitches. That's why I didn't restart it. It's 20 stitches on 25 count antique white Lugana, 2 over 1/2 cross. And I mean, I could have just flipped my fabric over and started again and then frog this later, but it's only off by 20 stitches. That's not even an inch on 25 count. So I'm just going to use this as the page break, and I might even go in and add more page break lines, or I won't. But now I know it's a page break, and as long as I keep picking this up and working on it, it'll still be in my head that that's a page break and not a center line. And the page break, because I have it turned on Pattern Keeper, it's much more obvious than the center line. So again, there is stitching shelf, max color, regular chart, and I have most of the colors. I am missing a few, which is why there are a few empty spaces. But yeah, looking good so far. 1,632 stitches, and I am doing it in a modified typewriter type way, where I pick a block and fill that in and spread out as far as I can go. Yeah. So that's all the stitching that I've done in the last 2 weeks. Plans. Well, in about a week, Jessie Marie is going to be calling 2 more numbers. I need to get something, one of these goals met. I would really like it to be Beautitudes and Air Depths, because those are the ones that I've been working on most recently, so I'm really feeling those. But you know, I might switch it out to Cassiopeia. I'm definitely going to be working on Cassiopeia tonight. Cassiopeia or Cassiopeia, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but Cassiopeia is something that I started in May for Maynia last year. I did like a Mirabilia Maynia where I started 1 a week, and 2 of them are charts that I picked because they remind me of my sisters. And this is my youngest sister's birthday month. Today actually is her birthday. So I will be working on that today, and getting 2 hours on that will get my Whip Go goal completed. So that's one, which I don't have up here with me. The other one is I'm going to I should probably work on Hatter again also, because Whip Go goal not met. I think I've only got like 5 hours out of 22 into that, so I do need to do that. And the other one that I'm going to work on is the stitching shelf, because I'm only at 1,600 stitches, and I would like to hit a minimum of 3,000 a month. Personal goals. I would actually prefer to get 4,000 a month, but 3,000 would be nice. And I'm thinking, you know, because I really do want to work on all these full coverage projects. I'm thinking I might have to do something like, once I've stitched 1,000, switch it out to the next one, and then 1,000 on that one, and then switch it, and then 1,000. But once you start working on something, sometimes you just want to keep going, which is how it's been with Inner Depths. So yeah, that's how that's going so far. So, haul. There are a few colors that I needed for stitching shelf and Inner Depths, and also for Alice. So one of the haul that I did purchases, well, the only purchase that I made was a large floss order from 123, and I have the missing color now to finish off my Alice in Wonderland. So this is another one of those where if I just pick it up, it'll get finished. But I need it right here. And then that part will be done. And then I have to finish off the 2 footmen at the bottom. And then it will be finished. So what am I waiting for? Okay. My needle minder keeps getting stuck on my accoutrements box. Usually I have it on a Q-snap in there, but I hijacked the Q-snap for another project, which I didn't work on. So I should hijack it. Okay. That floss and a bunch of colors that I needed, and apparently some I didn't need for Beloved and Inner Depths. I don't know why I punched in 16 of the 3031s, but I did. I also punched in 16 of the 779s. Yes, I did need a lot, but not that much. I also punched in 3 of the 524s, I only needed one. And yeah, so extra floss for something, who knows. I also, and this is the other thing, I need a ton of 3371. So I punched in like 20 of 3371. And then I realized that color comes on a cone. And I could have swore I deleted the 3371, but apparently did not. I got like 8 of the 3371s, plus a cone of that, and a cone of black. Because there's also a lot of black. DMC 310. Yes, I know Anchor black is better, but on a full coverage piece like this, on 25 count, it doesn't bother me. I do use Anchor black for my sexy sampler project, which also September, you'll be seeing that. And yeah, so I prefer the Anchor black for that, but DMC for regular stuff. So also in that order, you know, Floss can't travel alone. Got me a nice little pattern piece by the Drawn Thread scissor tag. So I had a gift certificate gifted to me by Brenda, who has been watching me from the very beginning. Thank you very, very much, Brenda. So this, when I stitch it, I will be thinking of Brenda. And I do want to start it very, very soon. I don't, it calls for needlepoint ink silks, NPIs. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to dive into my stash and find something from there. I mean, it's just 5 or 6 different shades of white, blue, and yellow, and green. So yeah. So that should be happening soon. Hopefully after I get Alice finished. Because that's, yeah, goals, right? So I think that is it for the stitching and for the haul. Life update, really not a whole lot going on. The kitchen, our prep work is finished. Now it's just waiting for the cabinets to be built and brought in and installed. My husband's doing the window sills right now, and yeah, that's basically it. Khaleesi is doing very good. Her meds are working. We're even decreasing her to every other day. She's my little dog that has rheumatoid arthritis, which is not very common in dogs and can get expensive to treat. But it's working, so we're very, very happy for that. Anything else? No, can't think of anything. So until next time, take care of each other, take care of yourself. You're important too. And happy stitching. Bye. Squeaky. Khaleesi. Khaleesi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is it too hot? What are you having, puppy?